obviously we're here at the AI Summit, and you just had some good commentary about, one, how AI can be helpful in state government and even the workforce within state government. So let's start there. What are you guys looking at in terms of how AI can kind of help the state's efficiency?
Yeah, so I think, from a state perspective, and we've got a concurrent resolution to start a task force. But hopefully from that task force, after we interview and bring in a lot of experts, some within the government as well, where is a good place where artificial intelligence can be used within government? And not necessarily replacing people, but where can we augment? Where can artificial intelligence be used to maybe help people be more productive? There's always a lot of paperwork that has to be done. Can it be used to help in that paperwork to allow that individual to, maybe concentrate a little bit more on their main task at hand? So I think we got to be very open. I think it's one of those things where we don't necessarily have to force it or push it. But if we do find a place where, we can use artificial intelligence to make government more efficient, save taxpayer money, then we definitely want to take a look at that as well.
And obviously, as we're talking about AI, one of the things you talked about today is how we're seeing it show up in elections, and
Yes.
politics in particular.
Yeah.
We're coming up on a federal election. We have elections here in the state. We see so many deep fakes about celebrities and in these campaigns.
That's right.
How is the state looking, to deal with that, or is that something that needs to be done at the federal level?
Yeah, so the state, we are looking at that, and that is a very big concern because artificial intelligence, it's getting so good and so efficient that with these deep fakes, it is getting very hard to tell what is reality. And a voter could be very well deceived if they were to see one of these video or a picture. And so we're really having to take a look at, from a legislative standpoint, what is some legislation we can put in place, to protect voters and to make sure that we keep that integrity with our election process.
Now, it's not something we necessarily talked about today, but the other issue that's really heating up in the legislature around the country is data privacy.
That's right.
So last year in particular, we saw a bill from the Senate move that the Kentucky Chamber opposed because it would start creating a patchwork. It would be costly for businesses. Kind of, what are your thoughts on the data privacy, and what led you to filing some legislation this year?
Yeah, so we will be filing some legislation this year and have worked with tech, have worked with the chamber, a lot of groups on, compiling that legislation, getting that piece put together. So that will be getting filed. There's so much data that's being collected on consumers, and I think consumers deserve the right to know what data is being collected, what that data is being used for, is it being sold. You should have the opportunity to say, I do not want you collecting data on me, or it's fine. And then at the end of the day, you should have the opportunity to make sure that data is deleted and to show proof that data has been deleted.
Any other issues in this space? AI, technology, it's all changing so fast that you see that the state legislature really needs to be focused on.
Yeah, I think we have to be very proactive with this. We need to be proactive, but I think we need to be very methodical in the legislation that we look at or that we end up passing. It's not going away. Artificial intelligence is becoming more efficient. Data privacy or data collection is becoming more abundant. So I think we need to get ahead of this as much as we can, and then keep monitoring the technology. Like I said, it's advancing so fast. So any legislation that we put in place, I'll almost guarantee that each year, as we get into session, it's probably going to get touched in some form to stay current with the times.